Score 2 potions from this dead guy. Don't forget about this Phoenix down. Use Bolt on this dude. Don't attack while its tail's up. Well, okay, never mind. Equip Barrett with the assault gun. Talk to Jesse on your way out. Talk to the top guy first. Oop, I just dropped my Xbox controller. Talk to the guy on the right next. Boom! When talking to Eris, say nothing. Hey, don't see many flowers around here. Buy a flower. Get the potion on the left side of the screen. Later. Cool video. More cool video. Give the flower to Marlene. Talk to Tifa before going down. Say, I don't feel like it. Later on, say, sorry, Tifa. After the sappy flashback, say, Barrett's snoring kept me up. It's okay to skip the materia tutorial. Go to the item shop. Buy some materia. Equip said materia. Don't forget about this all materia and ether. Buy iron bangles. Sell potions if you have to, but not ethers. On the train, speak to this guy to get a Phoenix down. This guy gives you a high potion when you say, yeah. Run back to this dude to get your money back, but he won't steal anything if you're already broke. Like, I'm already broke. Run north, there's nothing down below. Walk up this ladder to get a potion. Don't forget about this tent. Suffer a flashback. Grab this ether on the way out. Beat this robot senseless. Be strong. Oh, Cloud. Such emotion. Don't forget to equip Eris after she joins you. Push the barrels in this order. You'll want 3 lightning materias for later. Buy a third one here. Buy some Titan bangles here. Grab the cover materia and ether outside of Eris's house. When Eris asks if Tifa is your girlfriend, say, yeah, that's right. Elmira asks you to sneak out during the night. What a bish. Don't forget about the potion and Phoenix down on your way out. Try to take Eris home. See Tifa dressed like a hoe bag. Buy weapons and armor from the shop. Go to the bottom right of the map and talk to the fat guy at the entrance of the whorehouse about Tifa. Run to the top of the market to Don Cornholio's mansion and let Eris talk you into cross-dressing. Go to the dress shop and talk to the dude behind the counter. Find the dude's dead, oh I guess it's a girl's dead, my bad, and ask for something that feels soft and that shimmers. Go back to the dress shop and proceed to lose your dignity. Go to the gym and do at least 15 squats before the other guy to win a wig. Run over to the materia store and let the millennial punk behind the counter ask you for a favor. Run over to the inn, spoon with Eris in a room, come on, you know Cloud at least first base that shit, and then buy the most expensive item out of the vending machine for 200 gil when prompted. Give the millennial dude the Bull Seaman energy drink and get the diamond tiara in exchange. Next, go to the diner. Pay way too much for a plate of sushi and get a pharmacy coupon. Go to the pharmacy and get the digestive. Run up to the bar again where you found the old man dressmaker and give the digestive to daddy's little girl who had way too much fun on her 21 run in the bathroom. She'll thank you and give you some sexy cologne. You can wait for the other guy to come out and thank you too, but he takes way too long to take a shit. Forget him, they don't have hemorrhoid cream at the pharmacy. Visit with the guy at the bottom right of the wall market. He'll give you a member's card. Go into the Honeybee Inn and have a psychotic episode. Talk to the attendant with large yellow nipples to get some lingerie. Go back to the dress shop and put on Cloud's slut gear. Head north and go to Don Cornholio's mansion. Find Tifa and grab the ether. Get picked by Don. Say, and then, his name's Barrett. Watch 3 men with varying facial hair say evil things. Manage equipment before this boss fight. Make sure someone has Restore linked to an all materia. Watch Eris jinx the party. Kick this guy's ass. Pick up the steel materia and then give it to Cloud. High potion on top of this first train car. Potion inside this train car. Echo screen in this barrel. Potion at the top of this screen. Potion here. Ether in this barrel. High potion on top of this train car. Climb stairs. Manage equipment before this boss fight. Kick this guy's ass. Eris gets smacked. Boom. Big bada boom. Double back for this sense materia. Give it to no one. Buy more materia. Watch a lonely housewife kidnap a child from her dead mother. Tell Marlene, I don't know. Take a nap. Go to the machine gun and buy the batteries. Make sure that everyone has the best weapons and armor if you haven't already. Stock up on materia if you need to. Climb a large black pole. First battery goes here. Second battery here to move the stick. Third battery here to get an ether. Jump in sync with the audio cue. Shinra Headquarters. Bust into Shinra Headquarters. Buy supplies if you need them. This is why you have lightning materia. On floor 61, one of the gray-suited bastards will give you a keycard to floor 62. Talk to the mayor on floor 62. In order to guess the password, find the one book in each of the 4 sections that doesn't belong in the category on the computer, or just state save if you're playing on an emulator. Each book that doesn't belong has a number, which corresponds to the letter in the title. In this case, this book doesn't belong. Since its number is 6, the 6th number in the title is the letter in the password, so O. Now, find the other 3 letters to get the whole password. In this case, the password was bomb. If you get it right the first try, you'll get an elemental materia. On floor 63, talk to the computer in this room. Open the top door first, then this door. Get the first coupon, then climb through the vent. Go down this vent, get the second coupon, then open this door for the third coupon. Climb through the vent again to go back to the computer room. Exchange all 3 coupons for the star pendant, 4 slots, and the all materia. Give Cloud the all materia and pair it to either a lightning or fire materia. Rest and save on floor 64. Check the locker room for a Phoenix Down and ether. After the annoying floor 65, climb into the bathroom vent and eavesdrop on evil minds that plot destruction. Follow Hojuice to floor 67. While on floor 67, steal carbon bangles from these guys. Also on floor 67, steal a hard edge for Cloud from these guys. See Genova. Get the poison materia out of this chest. Team up with Red 13, ignore the bits, and cast fire on the big baddie until it croaks. Don't forget the enemy skill materia after the boss fight. Grab these 4 potions. Go to the 66th floor elevator. Have a nice chat with President Shinra. While in jail, check up on Barrett first. Manage Eris's equipment after you leave the jail. Follow the trail of blood. Oh, he did. Remove Cloud and Tifa's materia. Give Eris a Restore All combo and make sure Eris and Red 13 have Lightning. Give Barrett a Lightning Elemental combo. Fight a dual minigun on wheels. Use Lightning a lot. Fight a flying bat gun. Use Lightning more. Press switch to get your materia back for Cloud. Give him Poison All, Fire Elemental, Cover, and Restore materia. Start the fight with Rufus by casting Bio on both. Cool video. Bike chase. Don't forget to manage your equipment before the big boss fight. Again, use lots of lightning. Kick this dude's ass. Leave Midgar. Steal the atomic scissors for Barrett from these guys and also learn the enemy skill Matra Magic from them. Go to Kalm. Listen to Cloud's bullshit story about Sephiroth, Mako reactors, and not Zack. When you can, go into Tifa's house, go to her room and jam on the piano. After Cloud's interesting story, get the Mega Elixir out of the cabinet on the 5th try. Go to the weapons store and buy new weapons. Remember to equip Barrett with the atomic scissors first. Go into this house, talk to the girl on the 1st floor and respond, "You're full of it." Then steal her ether. Go into the middle house. There's another ether in the cabinet upstairs. In the next house to the right, there is a spiraling staircase, after which you'll find a peacemaker for Vincent. Up the other staircase in the same house is a guard source. Go into the hole-in-the-wall diner. Stay out of the kitchen. Going out of Kalm, head southeast to the Chocobo farm. Save up about 3,000 gil along the way. Talk to the Chocobo on the left, say "Wark," watch their little dance, and get the Choco Mug summon materia. Go into the barn and talk to Choco Billy, buy the Chocobo Lure materia and 1 Curial Greens from him. Equip the Chocobo Lure materia and move the Curial Greens to the top of your item list. Catch a Chocobo and outrun Mr. Snaky Snake. See what happens to Mr. Snaky Snake when he gives Sephiroth beef. Enter the cave, take an immediate right, climb the vines on the left side of the screen to get a long-range materia. Continue up the same screen to get an ether and a tent. These drakes can teach you the enemy skill Flamethrower. It's pretty useful. Steal a Grand Glove for Tifa from these guys. Run down to this part of the caves for a Mind Source. Have a pleasant and informative conversation with the Turks. Go into this room to get a High Potion and an Elixir. Steal a Boomerang for Yuffie from these guys. Careful, they hit hard. You can wait for Yuffie to appear in the forest if you want to, but the chances of that are very slim in this area. Head to Junin. Watch a little girl head straight for a monster to save her non-human friend. Stupid bish. Fight this guy. Use fire magic a lot, including the enemy skill Flamethrower. The long-range materia will help you too. Perform CPR on the stupid bish. Take a nap and let Cloud second-guess himself. Receive the Shiva materia from the little girl. Okay, I guess she's not that much of a bish anymore. After Cloud draws the short straw, have Mr. Dolphin jump you up to the realm of certain high-voltage death. Just blow the whistle twice without moving. Cloud meets Highwind. Money shot. For the parade, cut in front of the other soldiers. It's easier than running around the back. You can get ethers or 5,000 gil if you do better than this guy. Before the meet and greet with Rufus, follow Rude to the weapons shop. Stock up if you need to. The last door on the left leads to a barracks where you can get a 135th soldier and a few sources. Also, talk to the soldier who is mostly obscured from view to go into a room where there is an enemy skill materia waiting for you. Run to the other side of Junin after you're done shopping. Greet Rufus and perform a song and dance. If the mood gauge is at least 100, you'll get a Force Stealer for Cloud. Sail to the new continent. Score an ether and all materia in the cargo hold of the ship. Speak to Eris in the cargo hold. Talk to Tifa, then Red 13, then Eris again. Find Barrett and talk to him twice. Meet up with the rest of the team and head back to the cargo hold. Make sure to equip all the materia and strongest weapons you have. Save your limit breaks for the upcoming boss fight. Before talking to the red guy and triggering the boss fight, walk around the awning to get the Wind Slash for Yuffie. Talk to the red guy, meet Sephiroth again, fight Jenova. Jenova isn't weak to any magic in particular, so it's mostly up to your basic attacks, summons, limit breaks, and the enemy skill Flamethrower to finish the fight. You should have at least one member of your party with a Restore All materia combo at all times. Grab the Ifrit materia after beating Jenova into submission. Dock at Costa del Sol. Run into this building, head for the basement, and grab the Power Source, Motor Drive for Tifa, and Fire Ring. At the bar, you can buy armor that you might have missed from this guy. Head out of Costa del Sol and march on to Mount Coral. Make your way past the Mako Reactor and head straight for the train track/roller coaster. When you fall, make your way to the left as best you can to pick up the Wizard Staff for Eris. Pick up this W machine gun for Barrett. The next time you fall, fly right to get the Star Pendant. Don't forget about this Turbo Ether and Transform materia. Follow the top part of the tracks. When you hear the birds chirping, you can climb up the wall to a nest where you can take 10 Phoenix Downs. Mama Bird will attack you if you take the downs. Make a flame-broiled chicken burger out of her.
That's tasty.
Go into the small shack and pull the lever. Double back and head over the bridge. Take the tracks down to the left to find a hidden cave that has a Mind Source, Power Source, and a tent in it. Rope bridge! Reach Coral where everybody hates you. You'll probably want to buy a Force Stealer for Cloud if you didn't get one as a reward from Junin. In this tent there is an ether in the top right corner. Listen to Barrett's sob story about betrayal, fire, and death. You'll need over 3,000 gil to go to the Gold Saucer. After Barrett has an episode, talk to Eris and then don't go with her. Take Red 13 with you instead. Go to the Wonder Square and meet Kate Sith. Go to the Battle Square. See that something is amiss. You'll be accused of causing the ruckus and then thrown down to the prison below. Be sure to redistribute your materia. Sleep in the truck. Talk to Mr. Coates in the adjacent truck compartment. Head over to the house on the right side of the map and listen to more of Barrett's sob story. When forming your party, here's the chance to make sure those not in your party don't have materia. Exit the house the way you came in and head north through the open gate, then right to a junkyard. Take the opportunity here to give Barrett the best equipment and materia, as he'll be fighting Dyne all by his lonesome. Walk up out of the junkyard to meet Dyne. Kill Dyne, but not with the enemy skill Laser or Barrett's Mind Blow materia, those don't do shit. Show Dyne's Bloodstained Pendant to Mr. Coates. Don't miss the Ramu materia in the corner of the lobby. Win a Chocobo race, yeah, that's all the advice I got. Once you have the buggy, make some good progress by backtracking and grabbing some valuable enemy skills. In order to do that, have one character carry the Manipulate materia. Also, you should have more than one enemy skill materia by now. Equip them both. Drive through the desert around the gold saucer until you run into this guy. You can learn Aqualung from him. Careful, it hurts. Next, go to the beach outside Costa del Sol and run into these dudes. Manipulate them to cast Big Guard on your own party. Drive, don't walk into Costa del Sol and pay the sailor 100 gil to go back to the Junin area. Outside the Junin area, pick a fight with this fellow. Manipulate him to cast White Wind on your own party and learn that skill. Take a rest for free at Junin to recover your MP, especially if you messed around with Aqualung or Big Guard, as these are quite the expensive tricks. Sail back to Costa del Sol and proceed to Gongaga. Here you'll fight the Turks. Concentrate your attacks on the dude with hair, as this will get you the fairy tale for Eris, as opposed to just an X potion from offing the bald guy first. Take the pathway that goes right and proceed to the blown reactor. After Scarlet and Tsang leave, score a Titan materia here. This guy is big and scary. Go back to the left pathway and pick up the Death Blow materia here. Turn around and go up to reach Gongaga village. In the village, go into this house to get an X potion. Then in this house, you'll find a white M phone for Kateseth. Unless you want to stop and shop, you're pretty much done here. Move on to Cosmo Canyon. After the party splits up, find Barrett behind Tiger Lily's weapon shop and get all the information out of him as you can. You'll be forced to do a dungeon here with Red 13 in your party. Keep that in mind when shopping for weapons. Head up to the big house on top and talk to Bugenhagen. When asked to gather your party, talk to Barrett as he is the closest member. Cool video, even if it is a bit, depressing. After the Pink Floyd concert, go down to the bottom of Cosmo Canyon to meet up with the rest of the party. Gather round a big fire and sing Kumbaya until Buckethaven steals away Red 13. Save, and then follow Buck and Raven to the big iron doors. Go through the big iron doors.
Descend into madness.
While in the cave, this dude can teach you the enemy skill, Death Sentence. This cave has the switch to open the door. Walk, don't run across the goopy stuff to safely reach this added effect materia. Not many added effect options are available now, but if you really want, you can pair it with the Choco Mog materia on anyone's weapon to potentially stop an enemy you normally attack. Or pair poison materia. Go down the steps and through this entryway to grab an ether. Head in the opposite direction to receive a black M phone for Kateseth. On the next screen, go through the fourth cave. The spiders are a pushover if you're using added effect paired to Choco Mog. Get an X potion. Go back through the second entrance, head down, and take a secret pathway to get this fairy ring. Behind this false wall is a turbo ether. Fight the easiest boss in the whole game. Well, easy if you put the X potions at the top of your item list, otherwise you're stuck doing this. Get a gravity materia for all your hard work. This statue has feels. Next up is Nibelheim. Go to the first door on the left, wander into the back room and get a luck source from the black hooded figure. In the house directly to the right, the guy in the black blanket will give you an elixir. Go into this house, go to the back room, and get a turbo ether from this nice hooded dude. Upstairs in the same house is a weirdo who gives you a platinum fist. This guy won't give you anything. What a dick. Go into the bottom house, go upstairs, and talk to the two creepos. The normal-sized one gives you a luck source, but the small one stiffs you. What a little dick. Go to the Shinra mansion. In the back right room, there's a twin viper for Yuffie. In the next room is a silver M phone for Kateseth. The room in the top left contains an enemy launcher for Barrett. In this chest is a magic source. Ye Old Spiral Staircase. Sephiroth. Destruct materia. Now's a good time to rest and save before the big boss fight. Open the safe near the chest where you found Barrett's enemy launcher. The combination is right 36, left 10, right 59, then right 97. The easiest way to wreck this bastard's face is to cast Big Guard on your party, ceaselessly pelt the boss with Aqua Lung, then, after he turns red, beat him senseless with normal attacks. With any luck, you'll also stop him at this point with your Chocomog added effect combo. Get the key to the basement and the Odin materia upon success. Go back to the basement and wake Vincent. Talk about Sephiroth. As you leave, if you want Vincent in your party, remove the materia from the party member you want to replace with Vincent. Leave Nibelheim and head on over to the mountains. If you run into these big green dragons, you can steal a gold armlet from them. Get as many as you can here. Careful, they hit hard, so cast Big Guard when you fight them. Go up this path to get the rune blade for Cloud. Just before the rope bridge is another pathway to get this plus barrette for Red 13. See 5 pipes. That's nice, go down the stairs first. Descend this ladder so that it folds down, then go through this door to the left. Run past the Mako reactor to this cave where you'll find the sniper CR for Vincent. Run down and to the left to reach this screen, where the elemental materia is waiting for you. Continue down to the next screen and head through this pathway to get the elixir. Now, backtrack to the pipe room. Take this pipe down to get the power soul for Tifa. Jump down the second pipe to get an all materia. Save, tent, and then trigger the boss fight with the giant scorpion. Cast Big Guard on your party, Bio 2 on the boss if you have it, then pelt him with Aqua Lung. You can also learn the enemy skill Trine here. Whatever you do, don't use fire attacks, which heal the boss, or Vincent's Limit Break. If you do use Vincent's Limit Break, quit the game, then uninstall. Pick up the counterattack materia after the fight. Next up around the bend is Rocket Town. Talk to this old geezer twice to get the Yoshiyuki for Cloud. Go into this house to get a power source. This house contains the drill arm for Barrett. Head out the back door of this house to see the tiny Bronco and meet Shara. The weapon store has a shotgun for Vincent. Feel free to stock up on items too. Venture up the giant rocket to talk to Sid. Ask him about the rocket. Watch Sid get depressed. Way to go, you douche. On your way back to the tiny Bronco, run into Shara and Sid. Listen to Shara's sob story. Watch potential fireworks turn into a limp dick. Kick Palmer's fat ass. Steal the tiny Bronco. Hold on to your drawers and don't piss in them. If you haven't gotten Yuffie yet, like I haven't, now's a good time to do so. In order to get Yuffie, seek out a bunch of trees. Engage Yuffie in a random battle. Spank her. When you approach her after the fight, say, "Not interested," "Petrified," "Wait a second," "That's right," and then, "Let's hurry." When you have Yuffie in your party, avoid this continent as it will trigger a side quest that removes your materia. It's ideal to wait until you have more powerful weapons. Use the world's strangest boat to go upriver back to the Gold Saucer area, then Coral to board the tram back to the Gold Saucer. Buy the lifetime pass for 30k gil if you can afford it. Go to the battle square and head to Dio's showroom to the right. Examine the keystone and accept Dio's challenge to fight random enemies in the arena. No matter how many enemies you aqualung through, Dio will award you the keystone all the same. Go back to the entrance and see that the tram has become a limp dick. Have a team meeting. Go on a date with Eris. I thought it would be Barrett, but nope, it's Eris. It was those damn barrels, I just know it. Pretty lights. Chase Katesith around the Gold Saucer. Katesith is an asshole. Katesith is a really big asshole. Before you leave, grab the elixir from the fridge. Oh, the tram's fixed now. How convenient. Make your way back to the tiny Bronco. Sail go east to get to the Temple of the Ancients. Oh, it sang. Follow this pathway to get the trident for Sid. Don't miss the mind source here. Run this way. Grab this turbo ether. Run more this way. Here's the rocket punch for Barrett. Follow this path to get a luck plus materia. Go here and enter this room. Aim for the openings under the boulders. Sephiroth is a dick to Sang. Go to the room with the giant clock. Fall down off the giant clock to get the nail bat for Cloud. The 4 room contains a princess guard for Aeris. Going through door 5 takes you back to the maze, where you can open this chest and get a ribbon. Door 8 leads to a Megalixir, and through door 7 you will get a trumpet shell for Katesith. Go through door 6 to continue. Be sure to grab the work glove for Tifa in this room. Also, good luck here. Sephiroth reveals his plan to call Meteor and merge with the planet. Cloud goes nuts. Fight a red dragon. Cast Big Guard and Aqualung it to death. Fire heals this guy, so don't use fire attacks or Vincent's limit break on him. Pick up the Bahamut Materia as a reward. Black Materia. Creepy wall. Summon Bahamut and cast Big Guard here, then attack the wall with Aqualung. It's finally okay to use Vincent's limit break on a boss. Katesith to the rescue? Get the Black Materia. Cloud gives the Black Materia to Sephiroth, then beats Aeris. Aeris survives the beating and runs away to the city of the Ancients. Screw Aeris, go to Wutai. Head to the far western continent on the map. Get into a fight with some Shinra soldiers and see Yuffie run away with all of your materia. What a bish. Equip your characters with the weapons you found at the ancient temple. Follow Yuffie and go north to Wutai. After you see Yuffie and she runs off, head up to the screen with the pagoda. Enter the house on the right and go down this hallway to get the magic shuriken for Yuffie. On the other end of the house, down a different hallway, is a hairpin for Red 13. Go to the adjacent room to bug this lazy bastard until Yuffie appears and they exchange words. After Yuffie runs away again, go here to the Turtles Paradise bar. Have a nice conversation with the Turks. Go to the item store and get the MP Absorb materia out of this chest. Yuffie steals it. What a snot. From the item store, go into this house. Look behind the screen and watch Yuffie flash dance away. Go back to the Turtles Paradise bar and knock on the large pot outside until Yuffie jumps out. While you follow Yuffie to her hiding spot, the Turks get annoyed. Drop a cage on your party. That's kinky. Go back to the pagoda and ring the giant bell to open a doorway video game science style. In the room, you see Yuffie and Elena tied up and taken away. That's kinkier. Before you rescue them, grab the elixir and swift bolt in the same room. Fight Don's battle for him. Meet the Turks outside. After the signing of a temporary armistice, head to the giant wall of stone statues. Find Rude here and follow him into the cave to get a dragoon lance for Sid. Fight Don Cornholio's pet. Barrett's mind blow works here, but the boss dies to a few hits and Cloud's limit break, so it's not that big of a deal. Reno is a righteous dick to Cornholio. Buy some weapons from the shop at Wutai. Not all of them are worth it, so choose carefully and make sure your members have the best weapons equipped for a proper comparison. Next up is the Bone Village, so get out of the eastern continent, jump into the tiny Bronco and take the long way around the world map, cutting through the bottom part and up the long way around. In the Bone Village, talk to this guy to buy some good armor, then tell him to dig for the lunar harp. Put the excavators wherever you want, then after they ignite the explosion, tell them to dig here. Go to the chest at the bottom and get the lunar harp. You can also tell the team to dig for a mop for Sid, and also a bunt line for Vincent. You can get a Megalixir too, but whatevs. Head off to the ancient city. There's a Kujata materia floating around along the way. When you get here, take the lower path under the log to get a water ring. Take a quick jaunt in the overworld to get to the city of the Ancients. Head left and go to a house where you'll find a save point and magic source. Run right out of the house and go down these stairs to find an Aurora armlet. Backtrack to the entrance and this time go right. Enter this house and find a guard source here. The next house has an elixir in it and a chance to recover your party. Cloud gets a feeling. Go back to the entrance and this time move straight ahead. Go into the house to find a comet materia at the top of the stairs. Descend the Broadway-inspired staircase. Cloud motions his affections for Aeris.
Leroy Jenkins!
No, Cloud, what are you doing? She's not dead! Her lungs have no air in them because she's unconscious. Dead people float because their lungs fill with air. Cloud killed Eris! Follow Sephiroth and bypass the steps to get the Viper Halberd for Sid. Shimmy up the cracks and access this chest from the lower platform for a bolt armlet. Over here to the right is a Megalixir, and then down on the lower platform is a Hypno Crown. When you go all the way down the ladder, you get a Magic Plus Materia. This chest on the next screen has a power source in it. The next stop is the Icicle Inn. Head into this house, take the hero drink and the vaccine from this room, then grab the Glacier map off the wall. Head over to the weapons shop and buy some expensive weapons. Make sure to buy for whoever is in your party first. In the house above the weapons shop, there is a Turbo Ether downstairs. Take some time to watch the videos with Professor Gast and Ifalna while you're here. At the inn, on the second floor, is an X potion. Run up to the top of the screen and tell this guy you're going anyway. The Turks find you and Elena takes revenge for Cloud beating Eris. Go to the house in the middle of town and borrow this faceless kid's snowboard. Go snowboarding. Take both lefts. Try not to suck as much as this guy. This area requires a bit of know-how, but I'll be able to show you where the items are. Just remember that landmarks correspond to the map, but the screens in between landmarks can be whatever random direction. If you get to this screen, there's a mine source here. Use the map to get to this area of the glacier. Follow this path along the ice blocks. This will allow you to cross the river and get this safety pin. Follow this path to go back across the river. If you travel around here enough, you'll wind up back at this dude's house, which is here on the map. In order to get the Alexander Summon materia, first head to this part of the map and touch the hot springs here. It doesn't matter if you pass out before you find the cave again, just head right at this part after the old man's house. If you do manage to go from the hot springs to the cave, you can find an added cut materia along the way. Talk to this guy at the cave who will fight you and give you the Alexander Summon materia as your reward. And finally, in the middle of this big, flat, snowy field, there's an all materia. Now you can save and climb up past the old man's house. Scale a big block of icy death. At the second screen of the cave, double back to the first room and cross the bridge to get a javelin for Sid. From that chest, head down and go through this secret passage to find a ribbon. Go up from there and push over a rock. Now you may proceed through the cave. On this icy wall of death, go up, then go right and stick to the left of this platform. In this cave, to the right is an elixir. Run to the right and exit the cave, going along this pathway to this room. Defeat all of the giant icicles and attain the fire armlet and megalixir. Once all the icicles have fallen, leave the room and come back so you can get the option to jump down. After jumping, head left to grab this speed source. You can save and tent here if you want. Go through this door and grab the enhanced sword for Cloud along the way. If you encounter this enemy, you can learn bad breath from it. Continue along the ledge. You've come so far, now you hear. While in this room, get into fights with these dragons, who reward you with dragon armlets after they fall. You'll want these for the upcoming boss fight. Don't forget that you can heal at this pool. If you're properly equipped to deal with high amounts of elemental damage, you'll be in a good spot for this boss. Use Big Guard to enhance your resistances, and then pelt them with Comet and Summons. You can also steal a Protect Ring here. Go back and heal when you're done. Behold the Northern Crater. Grab the Neo Bahamut materia just before the save point. Trigger these guys in black to claim a high potion and an ether. Run up the twisty path to get the Kaiser Knuckle for Tifa. Genova Death is the next boss. The fight should be easy if you prepare everyone for fire attacks. You can use magic or summons if you feel like a horse, dog, and pony show, but physical attacks work just as well, and when properly equipped, you're invulnerable anyhow. Get a reflect ring in case of victory. Find out that it's been Genova instead of Sephiroth this whole time. Forget about Sephiroth's sword lodged in President Shinra. Leave that up to video game logic. Receive the black materia. Give it to Red 13. Grab this MP Turbo materia on the way to Sephiroth. Poison ring in the chest. See Zack. See Sephiroth. See Zack and Sephiroth. Scarlet, Rufus, and Hojo meet Weapon. Jenova tricks Red 13. Stupid cat. Cloud realizes he is a Jenova clone. Cloud gives the black materia to Sephiroth. Weapon breaks out. Cloud goes away. Tifa wakes up from a coma in Junin. Meteor. Rufus plans to execute everyone because he's a dick. Cannon. Give Barret some materia here. Scarlet slaps Tifa. Junin fires on Weapon. It's not very effective. Take the time to equip Kate Sith. Tifa can't hold her breath forever. Or can she? Weapon saves Tifa. Pow! Right in the kisser. Bitch slap contest. Airship. Emo Tifa. Go back to Nibelheim. Head on up to Tifa's room and examine the piano for another elemental materia. Skip on over to Rocket Town and enter the weapons shop where you'll find a 4th bracelet in a chest. Next, go to the item store where a guard source is waiting for you. Don't forget Cosmo Canyon, where now you can go into this room, which has an elixir under the couch. In this previously inaccessible room is a full cure materia, another elixir, and a guard source. Before you go to Mideel, visit Choco Billy at the Chocobo farm near Midgar and acquire some Mimit greens. Head on over to Mideel next. Did you think you were rich by this part of the game? Buy weapons and see if you have any money left. Now go to the item store and give this little Chocobo the Mimit greens and then tickle it behind the ears for the contain materia. Find Cloud. Sort of. Ditch Tifa. Sid becomes the leader. Fly back to Coral. It's pretty easy to find, just go to the gold saucer and head north. It's possible to fail this event, so save right before you continue. Run to the reactor you bypassed the last time and catch a train. When you catch up to the other train and engage in the fights, be sure to steal a warrior bangle from this guy. Stop the train and get the huge materia and ultima materia from the townsfolk. If you failed the event, it won't take very long to try again. Enter this house and speak to this gal to get the catastrophe limit break for Barret. Next stop is Fort Condor. Complete the Fort Condor event. You don't need to spend money on units unless you really want to. If you don't want to, just let the enemies reach the base to start the ensuing boss battle. Collect the Phoenix materia after the fight. Speak to the old man again and get the second piece of huge materia. Return to Mideel to check up on Tifa and Cloud. Save before you go into town as you'll be fighting Weapon. The main goal of this fight is to stay alive and steal a curse ring. Cast Big Guard and regen on your party. Weapon will run away after a few attacks, so you might want to save right outside Mideel beforehand just in case stealing the curse ring takes multiple attempts. Cloud and Tifa get swallowed into the life stream. It's a mind trip. Cloud's back! Yay! Get on your bad motor scooter and ride back to Nibelheim. Again. It's time to get Tifa's final heaven limit break. Unfortunately, I can only teach you how to get it on the Xbox controller, but you can translate it for the keyboard. First, put Tifa in your party. Now make sure you have this button configuration. L1 is page up, A is OK, B is cancel, Y as menu, and X as switch. It should look something like this. This button combination will then play the tune from the world map. Press start to stop playing and you should trigger an event that has you finding a lost letter from Zangan and Final Heaven for Tifa. Next, head over to the Bone Village, again. Tell them to dig here for good treasure. You'll get a key to Sector 5. Have Tifa in your party and head back to Midgar. Run to the Sector 5 slums where Cornholio's mansion is. Go to the item store and activate the computer to receive the premium heart for Tifa. Now it's back to Junin. Make sure you have plenty of tents before you head to the underwater reactor. You'll need them here. Bribe the guard to ride the elevator, then make your way across the main walkway in Junin. Run past the part where your team notices the cannon is missing. Funny how it wasn't gone in the world map, huh? Continue running through the barracks and follow these guys, who run away from you. Blast through a few fights and run along these underwater tunnels to get to the underwater reactor. Follow the linear pathway until you get to Reno. Instead of fighting you himself, he'll sick his robot on you. What a dick. This robot can grab your dudes and still attack with its laser beams, so keep your party protected with Big Guard and regen. Use your most powerful magic that attacks multiple targets, then pelt it with physical attacks when just the body is left over. It'll die eventually. Get the God's Hand for Tifa, which you can equip Death Blow to for super combat effectiveness. Before boarding the sub, don't forget about the Battle Trumpet for Kate Sith, this Scimitar for Sid, and the Leviathan scales in the far chest. Now you can board the sub. Fight off the guys outside and do what you will to the bridge crew. I'd recommend offing them, as they'll always be there whenever you board the sub again. That gets old quick. Head to the southernmost point in the ocean. Recover the wreckage of the downed sub here to get the huge materia. Now go to the northernmost part of the ocean. Dive into this cave to get the key to the ancients. If you travel in the submarine and submerge in this part of the map, you'll find a tunnel that leads to this waterfall. Behind it is Lucretia and the key to Vincent's past. After hearing her sob story, go somewhere away from the waterfall where you can do 10 fights, preferably around Mideel, where the fights give you a decent amount of XP and AP. Once those are done, return to the waterfall to claim the death penalty for Vincent and his Chaos Limit Break. Piloting the submarine to this bay near the Gold Saucer will take you to the sunken Shinra Gelnica. Get the Heavens Cloud for Cloud in this chest. Proceed through this door and head right to grab an escort guard. Across the rafters is a Megalixir. Along the floor and slightly obscured is this double-cut materia. Also mostly hidden is the conformer for Yuffie in the top left corner. Proceed to the left room and take on the Turks. You can steal goodies from both Reno and Rude this time, so make sure you do. They don't dish out too much damage, so casting regen and healing periodically will do you just fine here. In the cargo room, there's a Megalixir and the Hades materia, which is finally something even more useful than Choco Mog when paired with added effect. Also in the cargo hold is the Outsider for Vincent and the High Wind Limit Break and Spirit Lance for Sid. Time to fly back to Wutai. Here you can return to the stone statues and enter the cave that you followed Rude into before. With the Leviathan scales in your possession, the fires will retreat, allowing you to pick up a Steel as Well materia and the Oritsuru for Yuffie. And that's pretty much it for extra stuff for now, unless you want to breed Chocobos. Fly over to Rocket Town to continue the story. Put Sid in your party and head up to the Shinra Rocket. Beat up everyone who gets in your way, including Rude. He's a pushover here, so no need to go through any intense preparations. Sid really wants to go into space. Sid goes into space. Recover the huge materia with this key combination. Sid gets hurt. Sid leaves space. Meteor gets a scrape. Fly off to Cosmo Canyon to see Bugenhagen. Have a team meeting. Follow Bugwaven up the lift to see the huge materia. Approach the blue one to receive the Bahamut Zero materia. Drag Bun Craven to the High Wind and take him to the City of the Ancients. Take off to the left and go to the area with the giant crystal in the middle of it. Bucket Grazen will tell you all about Holy. Find out that Eris prayed for Holy and that Sephiroth is preventing Holy from working. See the BFG at Midgar. Prepare for a big fight with Diamond Weapon. You can steal a Rising Sun for Yuffie while you're here. Other than that, just dump as much MP into the thing as you can in lightning form or whatever ultimate magic you have, either Ultima or Contain Materia related. And as usual, cast Big Guard and Regen and yada yada yada. Weapon retreats. Midgar attacks the North Crater. Weapon attacks Midgar. Weapon suffers damage. Midgar suffers damage. Rufus gets it. Well, at least he was useful before he died. Fly to the Northern Crater to push the storyline. See Hojo gone crazy. Put Kate Sith in your party and fly over Midgar to parachute down. Follow Kate Sith down a dank hole and take the long way around the map to get to this elixir. Opposite this elixir on the same pipes is a Megalixir. After descending this ladder, take the ladder behind it to get an Aegis armlet. Head over to this platform to receive a Starlight Phone for Kate Sith and another elixir. Before you go up to finish the section, first climb down this ladder and jump over to the shaft to get a Max Ray for Barret. Ascend the ladder and stairs to reach the end of the section. You should fight the Turks at this point just so you can steal their shit and send them packing. It's so satisfying. Run south through the tunnel until you run out of south, collecting a bunch of sources and the W item materia along the way. Come back the way you came, but go all the way north to the 0 section, where if you turn left at the fork, you can go to the Shinra Headquarters again. In the second floor item shop are 2 chests with the Master Fist for Tifa and the Pile Banger for Barret. Head on up to floor 63 to get this Glow Lance for Sid. Grab the HP Shout for Kate Sith from the lockers on floor 64. Now you're done here, so go back to the winding tunnel and take the left at section 8 to continue the story. When you come out of the tunnel, you'll fight this big machine thingy. Make sure you keep up Big Guard and regen so you don't have to heal otherwise. It's quite the damage sponge, so use all you've got on it. Get an elixir and misdial just past the battlegrounds. At the save point, put Barret in your party so that when you climb the staircase, you can see this chest, which has Barret's ultimate weapon in it, the Missing Score. Proceed to the battle with Hojo, who will confess that Sephiroth is his son. Gross. Throw everything but poison at him. If you have Big Guard and regen up, you shouldn't have anybody dying on you. After Hojo dies, Cloud and Tifa have a talk, then a cuddle. Aww, they totally did it. Rocket to the northern crater. Climb down the ladder and descend into the pit. Equip all of your ribbons to your party. You should have 2 of them by now. They'll come in handy for these enemies and for the last boss fights. There's a save crystal in this chest. Guard source here. Guard source on this ledge. Continue down to get a mind source. Climb up the other side to get this magic source. Further up is this elixir. Power source in this chest. Then don't forget about the HP absorb materia here. Run to the right here and fall down the ledge to get a mind source. Fall down the ledge, then jump up to the other side to reach this hero drink. Go inside the cave to acquire a guard source and then sneak through this opening to get a power source. Take this pathway to reach the Mega Elixir. You can manipulate these dragons to learn the Dragon Force enemy skill. Meet up with the rest of the team below. Send everybody to the left, but Tifa, send her right. Then send Cloud, Barret, and Vincent down, with the rest of the party going up. This will get you a pretty good combination of items later on in the map. Continuing down, the first chest nets you a remedy. Up here is an elixir. In this chest is an X potion. Get a turbo ether from here. Up on this platform is a vaccine. Move over here to grab a magic counter materia. Continue down to find another X potion, turbo ether, mega all materia, and a speed source. Find another luck source in this chest. On this screen, Tifa will give you a mithril, Sid will cough up an Imperial Guard, Red 13 has a shield materia, and Yuffie found a counter materia. If you want to keep your cool shit now, use the save crystal here. You'll still be able to reach the high wind from this point. You can still backtrack through the other parts of the northern crater to get the items you missed, too, like this magic source and a remedy. Use all of your elixirs on the magic pots. If you run out, you can steal more from Master Tonberries. In just a short period of time, the magic pots can significantly boost your levels and materia. And before you try it, no, mega elixirs don't work the same way. On this next screen, grab a vaccine and hero drink that somebody missed. Go right at the fork this time where you sent Tifa earlier to score another mega elixir and a speed source. While you're down here, you can learn the enemy skill Pandora's Box. There's another Mega Elixir here, too. When you get all the way to the bottom again, it's time to save, tent, and prepare for the final fights. Be sure to equip the most powerful materia, weapons, spells, and accessories. At the bottom of this ethereal staircase is Genova. It's kind of a pushover at this point, just use your most powerful spells that attack everything, then beat it senseless with physical attacks after the arms go limp. Victory will earn you a bunch of XP and AP, but no gil. What a stingy bish. The game will have you split your team into different parties here. If you followed this walkthrough from the beginning, don't worry about it. Just keep one super trio and you'll be fine. Bizarro Sephiroth is extremely annoying and constantly counters with heals. You'll have to use your most powerful spells and summons if you want to whittle down his HP, unless you have 4x cut. The best strategy here is to have Comet 2 equipped to one character, Ultima or Contain to another, and the third one with 4x cut or summons who will also distribute heals and turbo ethers. You'll finish this guy off in no time then. On to the last real boss of the game, the one-winged angel. The first thing he'll do is cast barrier on himself, but don't fret, he'll eventually take his barrier down. Just throw up the business-as-usual defense mechanisms and vomit MP onto the guy. Make sure that your remedies are near the top of your item list though, in case one of your members gets frogged. White Wind will also make quick work of status defects too. And fear not, the choir is present and in full force here on the re-released PC version. Yes! After the one-winged angel passes away, Cloud gives a rousing pep talk, then gets absorbed into the live stream to fight the shirtless one. Cloud is a righteous dick to Sephiroth. Cloud and Tifa cuddle some more. The planet casts Holy. It's not very effective. The live stream itself destroys Meteor and all's well that ends... well, then there's Geostigma. Stupid Advent children. And yes, there's even more stuff to do after this, like breed Chocobos, go to the Materia Caves, get Omni-Slash from the Battle Square at the Gold Saucer, and a few other things, but those are way too time-consuming for this walkthrough and not necessary to complete the main campaign, obviously. This has been a walkthrough of Final Fantasy VII here on Thiege's Catalog. Go ahead and thumbs me up, leave a comment down below, share this video with your fellow Final Fantasy VII fanatics, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and you guys, have a good night.